Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became a podcast. This is episode 119. We did kind of tease last week that this week may be a duo podcast, and that duo is none other than Strictly Gorgeous. Joe lost out. It turned out it didn't come to a fan vote. It came to a Scott vote. And for the first, one of the first times in our friendship, I think that you picked me over Joe.
Yeah, shoot hostage. That's what my man said at the start of Speed. Shoot hostage. Sometimes you just got to get ahead of it. I know we've got a busy day tomorrow as well. So I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know. I was trying to figure it out, and this was the way I made it happen. I must admit, I'm still sweaty from work. So
yeah, you've had this is your first work into a pod.
Yeah.
So you're now part of the crew, part of me and Joe. Like, me and Joe have just been grinding.
Yeah, I was behind a slow driver, I don't think I get enough credit. I don't get enough credit for what I do. And today we're going to talk about hot takes, and my hot take is slow drivers.
Mate,
I'm kidding.
Let's wrap it back round to episode, what was it, 3, 2? Because you brought up hot takes, and I was just thinking, we haven't done a Pepper and Corner, our staple flagship of this podcast.
Yeah. Very true.
In probably nearly 100 episodes. That's definitely over exaggerating, but it's been a long time. But a lot of those Pepper and Cornets were hot takes.
Yeah, and all like things that had happened that week, maybe.
Yeah,
but I definitely said something Pepper or Cornet like 6 weeks ago, or 6 episodes ago.
Okay.
It wasn't in a structured part of the show in any way. I just said, well, should we Pepper or Cornet?
I just know that I have to do a bit more work when there is a Pepper or Cornet. That's all.
Why? Because of the edit, or because you got to bring one?
One, because I have to bring one. Remember when we all bought one each, for a good stint of episodes? No, it's more I have to actually do the overlay and stuff like that. So I kind of get down and gritty in the edit.
Yeah, you do.
Mate, I love getting down in
Premiere. I know you do. But today is the Peppercorn Boys, and it is Strictly Gorgeous. So you'll be getting that usual taste that we only the Strictly Gorgeous boys can give you. That kind of How would you describe the taste, Bruno? Just quickly tell listeners what you think that taste is.
I think it's a little bit of sweet honey, but with spice in it. I think that's the taste that is Strictly Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Got that little bit of fire, that little fiery ginger, that little subtle.
Well, that's what they say. Moscow Mule over here.
Yeah, boy.
What's in a Moscow Mule? There's a bit of ginger, right?
It's vodka for sure.
In my head, I'm not a drinker, obviously, but can I just guess what it is? Could you search this? Bro?
I'm gonna, Jamie, you're gonna search it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with vodka is the first part. I'm gonna go with lime juice. I'm gonna go with ginger extract or some kind of ginger. And I'm going to go mint.
Okay. You're not too far off. So it's vodka, fresh lime juice, ginger beer.
Right.
Okay. And an iced lime wedge, so not the mint. However, me and Ledge were at a place yesterday having some lunch.
Moscow Mules.
Oh, I wish we have a Moscow Mules.
Yeah, the lunchtime Moscow Mule on a bank holiday Monday.
I'm a strict, I love a light beer with a lime wedge at the moment. And then when it gets a little bit too much, then I roll on to the double tequila lime sodas. That's my jam.
When it gets too much, you go to so when your beer gets too much, you go to tequila. Because I don't know anything about drinking, but for me, like if it's becoming too much, I would think maybe a Diet Coke or a water. You're going more.
Yeah.
You're going like, do you know, I feel stuffed from eating all this bread. I could do with a pasta meal. I
tell you what, you haven't ever really experienced like how gassy beer is after a while. And it just sits on you, and it makes you feel a bit more lethargic. The tequila stuff gives you the buzz, and it's very light. So,
well, I was going to say, because I had a conversation with the mid-sized dog today.
Oh, did you? I bet you had many a conversation with that.
I think you two could drink each other under the table. I'll say that from what I know.
I feel like I can get a little bit tipsy quick now. I don't know what it is, but
it's all this fasting, Bruno, probably, and you're wasting away as well.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like last time you were up here, you turned sideways and I couldn't find you for a second. And that's a rotten joke. But I was actually having this conversation with him because I was saying,
I wish on that. Sorry. On that, I wish one time you will say, "Look at you, all white and thin. I could put you on this table." And
yeah, I should have, and I will one day when you're under £100.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry. Carry on. What was your day with?
I can't wait to be under £100. I know. I was actually talking about like the beer thing because if I were to drink 3 Diet Cokes in an evening, I would feel so bloated. I would, 1, be questioning my health, and 2, I'd be uncomfortable. And that is, if you think about it, 330 ml times 3, that is 333 recurring. You know what I mean? Like it's a litre, right?
It's pretty much, yeah.
A litre of pop.
Yeah. And
in my head, I was like, I've sat there, and obviously Little Red's also in on this 100% because I think him and Max drinking could be interesting.
I would pay more money to see Kiki and the mid-sized dog go at it in all facets. I want everything.
Little Red versus the mid-sized dog in a drunk off.
I feel like that would be absolute cinema.
Well, I remember Kieran, Little Red, coming over for like UFC, and he brought a 30-pack of glass bottles or whatever. And I was like, oh, he's brought them for everyone. No. And I was thinking, at least I've got my Diet Coke, everyone's going to have it. He armpitted it. And he went,
I swear it was just like a...
flip top. And they all went back in. And at the end of it, he went, there's the 30 back in. And it was like 3 hours had passed and he hadn't weed or anything. And I was like,
the boy, I feel like, but
there must be like 10 litres in there. He put in. I was like, how?
Hellacious week, because we all know, if we know anything about Little Red, Kiki Bear, is that he's got the bladder of a 96-year-old
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
Thanks for helping me there.
That's all right. Well, I just said it today. I was like, I don't understand. Like when I've sat with like even you, I've gone to like a bar or something, and you've had 7 or 8, and I'm like, or like you've had like 6 or 7 pints, for example. I'm like, what's a pint actually? Out of interest, like that's 500 ml, right? So I think 6 pints would be like 3 liters, basically.
Sometimes,
and in my head, I'm like, if you said to me, drink 7 Diet Cokes tonight.
Yeah,
I think genuinely after about 4 or 5, I'd start hating myself a little bit.
5, 6, 8 milliliters, mate. That's pretty decent for you.
Do you know what I imagine is I know that if you pour a Monster can into a pint glass, it's pretty much full. That was the bro math I was doing.
That's when you have a fancy Monster, not just one that you wake up
like for a little ice and a bit of mint, bit of ginger.
Yeah,
Monster meal. Yeah, it's a different type. Like when we go to Reading Festival and like it'd be like 9 a.m. You go to the Relentless tent and like you guys would, like I remember Alex once just holding a Carling in both hands and he was just drinking a Relentless out of a cup, but just without touching it. Just and I was thinking it's 8 in the morning. Like what is happening?
Yeah, we're getting at it.
Yeah, different times, you know.
Relentless was a drug. I'm not like I stand on that. My hot take: Relentless was a drug. The brown cans, that was ecstasy, 100%. Then they got kind of found out, and that's when they moved to the black cans and all sorts.
Once it went to the black can, it felt like Kick or like any of the low budget, like Red Rooster or God knows what they're called.
Yeah.
But the brown can,
and we used to drink like 5 of them.
Brother, I remember my worst Reading day, I drank 6. And I'm someone who doesn't like, there's a guy at my work who'll be like, oh, I love caffeine, you know, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I say, I have a Monster and a coffee a day. And he's like, oh, no, he goes, I'm talking 4 Monsters and a couple coffees. And I'm like, that's 2 liters of Monster. And we know that now. But I remember back in Reading, like once a year, I'd go to like 3 or 4 in a day. And then that one time I tried 6. Realistically, I don't think I actually hit the 6. I think it was like, there's some left and I just got another one or whatever. Just trying to make probably trying to out for everyone.
Were you trying to fudge the numbers a little bit?
I was definitely fudging numbers.
Was it like that time in Arizona? Was it? No, it was Miami when we went to Cheesecake Factory and we were all trying to refill our Dr. Pepper's full fat. And see how many we could get.
Yeah, they cut us off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy, the way he looked at me that time? I've never felt so... I felt abused the way that he looked. He was like, no. He went, no.
I was super giggly in that restaurant that night.
Yeah, it's sugar high. That's what it's called. But no, yeah, I'm into caffeine. But yeah, if I had more than one, I wouldn't have more than one Monster in a day, other than like back then. But Joe and I will have a Relentless on Christmas Day every year still.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
But it tastes like vinegar, honestly. Like when I drink it, I'm like, what is this?
It used to be just.
I don't know what it was. It was maybe we're chasing the time as opposed to the taste.
Maybe, but. Because they had the brown can, then they brought out the zero sugar that gave everyone nosebleeds.
Limitless, yeah.
and then just they had to change something. So
that was that limitless stuff, because it wasn't called limitless; it was called like Libitus or something.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know, but
I remember drinking a couple there. But my God, I get a migraine instantly, just a nosebleed, and I was like, "This can't be good." But at least it's got no sugar. Because whatever this is better for me than the sugar, I'm sure. But
yeah,
my God, back then, yeah. But back then, you can kind of get away with it. Like, I'd have a Relentless and a bag of buttons a day. And
that's
I was
breakfast. That's the breakfast of champions. That is the Scott staple breakfast.
Do you know what? While we're at this,
all right,
because no one in the world gave me more hell for that than Elton Prince from the WWE.
He very much did, yeah.
And I'll say this: when I'm with that guy, do you know what I had most mornings when I was with him? A Monster and a protein cookie.
Hey,
just because it was
proteins in, yeah.
Oh, it's close. He reacted as if he was eating strawberries and like oats and maybe like a ginger shot or something. I was door dashing Monster for us, and when you get it, we have like those un-FDA approved cookies, and then not Mr. Beast ones.
No. I know which ones you mean. Oh
the
my
two
God.
little the Chuckle Brothers are on there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, you'd have one of them, which like Chips Ahoy, and then you'd have a Monster. And I was like, how's this that far away from having a ripple in the morning with a Monster? Yeah. And it happened once, and that's why he hasn't forgotten about it, and I haven't forgotten about it because I didn't like the reaction.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's a nice little tidbit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's offended me, but
what do I I have many of those that have probably stuck with you that you kind of.
Maybe 100%, but I actually alerted the mid-sized dog to you wearing Mickey Mouse gloves in bed and leaving slug prints along my wall.
Why are you giving him material and ammo on me?
Yeah, I shouldn't.
No,
but
with great power, Scott, comes great responsibility. Like seriously,
yeah. And I'm spending whole days with him now, so
this is not good.
No, and today you obviously got a barrage, but shout out Mid-Sized Dog. Check out his latest episode with Georgie from work. Yeah, Georgie from work. But one day we're all going to get on there individually, I'm sure, for different reasons. And I know he likes to have like things, like he's had a psychiatrist, Georgie, who's trans. That was the point. And then he was like, I was like, maybe I'll find you a wrestler and I'll do a separate. And he goes, why do you think you deserve more than just being the wrestler? This guy.
Hey.
So I was trying to get you 2 episodes. And he's like, well, what would you be if you're not a wrestler? So your friend, he was like, don't do it.
And then what would I be? I can't get onto that podcast at the moment.
No, he said incel. He didn't. I did. But he was actually going to say binge eating.
Oh God!
Yeah, he's going to bring you on. Do you know what I think he should do? He should bring me full on, but they don't know why they're on there until it's out, and the episode title is dealing with this. So, like during the episode, you might be like, he's pushing that agenda a bit too hard. But no, he So shout out to Mid-Sized Dog, but with him a lot today, and you learn a lot. Do you know what I mean? But I was going to say to you, there's definitely things that you do, like me having the Galaxy Bar and a Monster for breakfast. I want to know what ones you do that no one knows about. I don't know of this, obviously. I'm not laying you up, but like, is there something you've done where you went? Because for me, it was definitely pouring M&Ms into milk and having that as cereal ones. And I knew I was in the wrong. Like when I was doing it, I thought I feel gross, but I really wanted to know what it was like. And I even picked the ones that had like a crunch to them. No, weren't even like straight M&Ms.
Oh yeah, the blue bag ones.
Yeah. So that was definitely one where I went, this is a little bit.
In my chef days, do you know the cakes you can get from Tesco's that aren't the big ones like the birthday ones?
Oh, I know
they
the
aren't
ones.
The small one. Basically, it's like a 4. I think it's
like
6
inch diameter. Yeah, 6 inch diameter. Yeah.
Legit, a couple of those, box open.
Just hold the whole thing.
Like a cupcake. Like,
but what time of the day? Because I think this is kind of acceptable if it's later in the day.
No, I probably between shifts. So
yeah,
maybe
that's a hard world. Do you know what I mean? You weren't
5,
ripping cigs either, were you? Do you know what I mean?
No,
so
I wasn't ripping cigs.
Do you know what I mean? Every chef I've ever met rips cigs, and you weren't. So I mean, you had to rip something, and you're ripping cake. You go get some Battenberg and just shut up, shut up. Not even chewing, just get it in. I need the calories.
I've put away crazy amounts of food quickly that shouldn't be done. I don't think
that. I think because Joe's. I think more than any of us, Joe's got more of that in him. Like Joe will buy a whole cake for himself, pour a pint of milk on it, and eat it. And we're like, "What is happening?" And it's like 3 PM, and you're like, "Why did you need that?" He's like, "I was low on sugar." Yeah, he's fine though. But Joe's definitely got one of them. Like he'll go. Like the other night, he said, he sent me his dinner. He was like, "Look at my dinner," and I was like,
"No."
It was a bag of frozen whitefish, like 10 fillets, like 10 different ones.
Yeah.
Just whitefish boiled. Yeah, he's boiled them up. A whole oven bag of sweet potato fries. And he just put like you get by the mixed veg bags that go in the freezer. You get like 10 portions out. Just a whole bag.
Shut up.
And it was in a giant bowl.
What's he doing?
I was like, it's like Hagrid's eating. Like, I was like, what is happening? It's like a giant. And I went, that's your meal. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, why? And he's like, I was all going out. Next day, he sent me his dinner again. It was the exact same thing. I was like, what's happened now? He goes, I liked it.
He must have really liked it, yeah.
I was like, it's a whole bag of sweet potato fries, a whole set of cutlets.
That's a lot. That's a family of 5 you're feeding there.
Dare I say you could feed a family of 5 and have leftovers from that? Because you'd probably do, like, if you were doing a whitefish, you would have 1 each, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe 2, because they're like those little squares or something.
Yeah.
So that's all the cutlets gone in a family of 5. The bag of sweet potato fries, that's a family. I don't think the vegetable thing gets around 5 people. Because what do we all do? We pour a little bit out into the bowl, whatever, and then you put the old thing on and just put it back in the freezer. And that sits in there for months.
How was that going out of date?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant how was it coming out of his body after you eat it? I don't know. I don't know that part.
No,
I can obviously reach out.
Yeah, we might have to.
Next week we'll get on him. We'll ask him. But I don't know yet. I don't think it was going out. Like that's what, unless he'd been in there and he just finished it and then thought, I quite like that size of portion. I'm going to get another one.
Mate,
it's like not the worst meal, but that's got to be 4,000 or 5,000 calories.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Otherwise, it's actually not a bad meal at all.
No, but he eats like a giant sometimes. Like I've always felt that way. Like when we were younger, like he's not a big chocolate guy. I know he didn't eat chocolate for a long time, but like
yeah,
he didn't eat
and he still doesn't. But he does love it from time to time now, though.
Yeah, but if he does, it's like out of control. Like,
yeah.
But you and I, I think we're like junk food snobs. So if we get chocolate cake, you and I'll be sitting there going, should we warm it up just a touch and then put a little bit of like ice cream on there? Whereas Joe's like, he'll like you and that chefing, he'll just pull it out on the tray and go, yeah, that served a purpose. Won't do that again for 2 months. Whereas you and I are like, I'm going to have to do this every day now until this is all gone.
In my bad times, I literally I buy myself treats and I might buy myself like 4 or 5 treats for different nights. They're nearly gone in one night. Sometimes I just get 2 so that's where my problem comes in.
My portion control's out of control, because if Lissy says as naturally we all know, if you're in a relationship, if someone says they don't need anything from the shop, it means you need to come back with 6 or 7 different types of treats so they can choose. And daily it's a £20 at the Co-op or the Tesco's. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where your money goes. I'll sometimes get in there. I don't need a treat. I have a Pop-Tart at home. I'll just warm one of them up, maybe something like that. And I'm like, as if I fancy it. But then obviously you get in there and you think, do you know what? Yeah, I'll have one of them. And then sometimes I'll do this thing where it's like hidden calories. I'll be like, do you know what? I don't need a treat, but I'll have something now because I'm driving. So I'll be like, I'll grab a Twix. Just I'll grab a chocolate bar. And I'm like, I might as well get 3 for £2. Like, I might as well get 3 because then the other 2 will be treats for different nights, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll go around and get a bag of buns. I go, the M&Ms do look good actually. I'll get them because next week or so, I'm sure I'll be craving it. By the time I'm home, the 3 chocolate bars are gone. I've had to get a coffee because I'm in a shop, so that's gone. Then I'm not. The one thing I'll say I've not done is I've not ever jumped into the big bag. Like the movie size bag.
Okay.
Size bag. Then they're just like normal size in a big bag now. But I haven't quite got there. But yeah, I'll just tuck it all away. And I'm like, this is the guy who stopped intending to not have treats. I've treated myself before I got home.
Yeah.
And then later on, when she goes, "Can you grab the treats?" I go, "Yeah, I think I might grab my M&Ms." What's happened? This is a problem.
It is, and I probably am to blame a little bit, but
yeah, I grew up with you, and I mean,
we do it to ourselves as well.
Yeah, and like growing up, like you got to imagine, like Bruno's cute as a button.
You've never stopped me. You've never said no, Bruno.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
No, I know. I should have said no. In all fairness, if that could have just stopped all this,
then
it would have been great. Yeah, but think how hard it was for me, because I mean, you're cute as a button. I meet you. I mean, you're like Sailor Moon. Do you know what I mean? You in my head, you're perfectly round, little ginger bit on top, and you're looking at me going, "Would you like some chocolate?" That's how in my head you are, and I'm going, "Yes, yes, little person, I do." But even though you're bigger than me, in my head, you're kind of that family picture you have of you in like what in my head was like braces and that.
Yeah,
I kind of think when I met you, that's how big and the size you were. And you would be like, "Yeah, could you?"
Even though you treated me like Bubba Ray Dudley.
Well, yeah, but I treat Bubba Ray Dudley with respect because he's a veteran. But I think it was like growing up with like a Victorian candy shop owner. So I think you walked me down those alleys with the older man, and he went, "Suck on this sweet," and I went, "Okay."
Oh, yeah. The thing is, I always thought of myself as I was the bigger guy at all times, really, and I just kept it on. I never just stopped and then let everyone else catch up. I don't know why.
Yeah, because you're an alpha. Oh, you're like, no, I'm not letting up. Do you know what I mean? That's so respectful.
That Atlanta trip, 220.
Yeah, Bruno, I was 216 on that trip. We were within 4 pounds.
So close. Why?
Yeah. But I mean, I had washboard abs. Like, I mean, the big arms, like the shoulders are back. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you are
obviously.
Yeah, boy.
That's what happens when you're a semi-pro football player. But anyway,
I tell you what, on weight stuff, Raymond, I haven't seen him in a hell of a long time, but he keeps telling me through his progress, he's chomping down the pounds.
What, going down or going up?
Yeah.
Oh, he's losing weight?
Yeah.
Is he sick?
I don't know. He's sick in the head, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's playing paddleboard, so something's wrong.
Yeah.
So obviously something's gone off. Do you know what I mean? Like, some kind of alarm went off at some point and made him start doing that. But I that's something I always think about is like, I just want to, at some point, I want to get a grip. Do you know what I mean? And be like, I remember always saying, I was like, when I hit 35, I'll be 200 pounds, good shape. I need to think about my health. I hit 35 and I went, do you know what? I really like candy bars. And I really like it when someone makes sausages. I just eat 6.
Oh, that's probably my thing, innit? I eat the 14.
Yeah, that's not a thing, Bruno. That's a travesty. Like, yeah, like, you know, like me putting the M&Ms in the bag. Yours is like, I'm going to the supplier and I'm going to get 9 bags and I'm going to eat it before 9 a.m. Like, 14's not even a joke. Like, do you know what I mean? That's like, I don't even know how someone would stomach 14 sausages. And the brother, you'll eat them cold. Good. You like them cold. Cold.
Me too. Yeah, 100.
No, I was talking about you, brother. I do not want a cold sausage. We once had a plaster at a place we did, and he walked around with a sausage in his actual hand and put it in the microwave bare. And since then, I can't look at sausages the same way. He just put it in there for 30 seconds. It blew up. He got it out. He ate it red hot. And I thought, I don't know. That was his lunch. And I was eating couscous and like freezing cold steak slices. And I was like, yeah. But I do all that and then to just go eat 6 candy bars. So, I mean, it's kind of pointless. You know what I mean? I'm a walking contradiction, as you would say.
My auntie gave me an Easter egg and I haven't tucked into that yet.
This Easter, how many Easter eggs you had?
0.
None.
Yeah.
Ask me.
How many Easter eggs you had, big
6. Boy? I've had 6. And
you really like Easter eggs.
I think I've gone off them.
Really? Because you used to love getting it in that freezer, getting it out, smashing it, put it in that bowl, and then all I hear was...
Yeah, I'm not spitting them out, I'm eating them. Just saying yeah. I know what Bruno's is like you spit tobacco or something. But you can't mimic it because you haven't believed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the best actors know how it feels, you know what I mean? But
I don't know how to make that crunch noise.
There's a thing online saying that it's at Cadbury's. That Cadbury's isn't what we used to grow up with because it's now got like palm oil in and all this other stuff that I try. It's different and it's cheaper.
I try to avoid anything with palm oil now.
Yeah, but apparently, like Cadbury's is really bad for it. And I noticed it because You know, like there's Easter eggs that are $5.50 and there's Easter eggs that are like £1.
Mm.
And sometimes they're like the same brand, and you're like, that's kind of the same, but sometimes you get like a mug with it or something.
Yeah.
I've eaten just £1 ones, and they give you that nice burning taste at the back of the neck, but they're not doing it for me because they warm up too quick in the bowl because I'm freezing these guys down, obviously. And then by the time I've had my palms in that bowl, and once they start going soft, I'm like, what's the point?
They got quite a sensitive melting point up there.
They got to be like ice chips for me.
Jesus, I know.
Yeah. I tell you what I do like though nowadays. I'd never liked it before, and this will also give you that burning taste in the back of the throat. Is a mini egg.
Oh, I love mini eggs.
Yeah, I'm not a big minstrel guy either, but I mean, I think I've come around to
a hard shelled, soft middle chocky.
Brother, I'll tuck one in the top shelf a couple of times. Yeah, no, guys, if you want to know how fat Bruno and I are, everyone around us zins and stuff. Bruno and I will just throw a little jerky up there, a bit of chocolate for dessert, and the other one. Like, we'll snack on milk. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone goes for a cigarette break, we go to have a milkshake. Like that's where we're at. And I don't know what's more healthy to be honest at this point.
I would probably say the former, if anything.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. And believe it or not, nothing we've said so far is anything to do with hot takes that we're going to get to today.
No,
because hey, we came with a plan today. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had zero plan to a point where Bruno was confused when he was doing the intro, and the episode was fantastic. But this week, I was in the group chat. What did I say? I said 3 hot takes. Three hot takes.
And then I came back with something that you then just absolutely abused my trust with and went and told someone else.
He got maybe 4 seconds into the voice note before he went, anyway, because all day he was going, where is he from? And I said, the same place I'm from. And he was like, yeah, but why is he so like posh? He's always like, oh, I went to get coffee. And I'm like, and he does it in like a Welsh accent, so it sounds Welsh still. But I'm like, all right. Yeah, and then like, I'm like, he's the same place as me. He's like, why does he sound different? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. He's enjoyed the finer things later in life.
It's because I'm sophisticated and cultured, all right?
What is this? Yeah, oh my God, you have a field day with that. But no, yeah, Bruno sent me a voice note that was maybe 47 seconds, which is also the amount of times he said like. Because that's the first thing Max goes, like, don't like. Kept it, I was like, okay. But Bruno sent me, and I don't want this to send this because this podcast has been good so far. Yeah. I don't want this to turn into, because Bruno wrote us all into
I tried
therapy.
to. Yeah.
And it turns into, no, yeah, I totally agree. And everyone at home goes, but Bruno asked me a question today that I can only describe as some sort of therapy. Bruno, you ask the question now and then give the answer with the song. And then I'm going to try and give you an answer because I think what you're getting at is different to what I'm going to get at with my answer.
Okay, because you can't look that deep inside yourself.
Why do dare I say I think I'm looking deeper than you are.
Okay. I'm all ears for that. The song Afraid of the Dark by Motionless in White.
Can I just say, is that also the memes with the dogs that get recovered? Is that that song, right?
Yeah, I think yeah. That song, and it's weird because it's that Motionless in White, which I put in my top 5 bands to this random person a while ago.
Yeah, that was about as a random
ongoing gag, like for a while.
Brother, I try and listen to them every now and then just to be like, what does he see in them? And then I get like a song and I was like, no, I'm gonna go back to my music.
And then they've come out with a song, it's like this year, which is called Afraid of the Dark. Mm-hmm. I think that song explains me kind of to a T. Like lyrically, it's very sort of emotional. It's like whatever, but the beat down, the heaviness, then it goes into a little bit of a dancey like little tune, and then it's got the in there. It's kind of it's got everything that I like sort of in music.
Yeah.
And kind of what I yearn for like my deep listening pleasures, you know?
Yeah, and obviously for the listeners at home, what I'm going to do is I'm about to read you out some of the lyrics.
It's that last thing where it goes from the shouty and then into the beautiful singing, like, yeah.
Because before I hit the lyrics, what I'm going to say to you is what I took from it is like, you know how we said there's certain songs that I'm like, oh, it's a Bruno song. So it'd be a little bit of chanting, a little bit of bass.
Yeah.
And then go, together. And then it's like what I'd describe as like mid-rock kind of vocal. You know, like I Prevail's choruses. Like very on the button, like, you know when you get the little scrawny guy goes, oh, when the guy like speaks to my girl and he's all like, and it's like a little guy or whatever. It's that kind of music that you'd put with that kind of meme. That's my perfect song. I'm gonna be honest, I listened to it on my lunch break a couple of times.
And did you get nothing? Was this like trying to listen to a sad song in bed?
No, I love the song. I think the song's great.
Okay.
What I would say is the first 25 seconds, I went, this is way too heavy for Bruno. That was my first indication. I was like, how does he think this is like one of it? Like, this is his thing. Like, this is way too heavy. But then it hit the chorus. Now here it is. This is where he's getting into his, like, stopping the car from hitting it. You know, he's getting into that moment. And then like I could see like when the rain was starting to fall. And do you know what I mean? Like in my head, I was like, I'm getting into your head and like, you know, letting the like shower water come off your nose and you're and like doing like powers and stuff. And I was like, yeah, no, I can see this. I'm going to be honest, I didn't understand a lick of the lyrics, hence why I'm going to read out them. Because he goes, yeah. And I went, yeah, it's like that. You've seen the guy on Instagram that has his girlfriend in the car, and he goes,
yes.
I'm like, yeah. And he's like, this is my favorite song.
I did that like, to Led yesterday with this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I bet you did. So these are the lyrics. I just want to say, obviously, this, I bet you didn't. So this is how it starts. Chris Motionless would say this. Yeah. Oh. That's what it says. And it says, I've given my life, I've suffered and sacrificed to find that fear is only fatal till it's alchemized. My word, to heal is to repurpose, take the stage and siphon all the power from the pain. I turned my struggles into my strength. Yes, you did. If the answer is in the unknown, would you question the path you take? If the past didn't hurt you, let it go. Would your future be yours to reclaim? And then Bruno, what is the chorus? You probably know it, don't you?
And now I know I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home. Is that what it is?
I think you're in the, there's like a slightly different chorus at the end.
That's
right?
the bit that
so the interlude, and that's the bit that is used on the Instagram with the dogs that recover. Yeah. Now I know I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home when life drained the light from my heart. You pulled from my dark. But the actual chorus, like earlier on, is you'll never know yourself till you walk alone. Your blind faith and broken bones. So follow the light in your heart, and be not afraid of the dark. It's some deep stuff. I'll give you that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's. I think I described you pretty good with just kind of that movement. If you're not watching this on Peppercorn on YouTube, like that is him. Like, you know, like if I made a music video for Bruno and it had to have a song to it, the song would sound like this.
Yeah,
I do feel that way at the end because that's what I started to think was like, is he trying to say this is the perfect song? Is in like the beat down, the type of chorus, the type of verse, or is it actually deeper to like the words? But I didn't know what you're saying.
I think, because I was saying like a lot. It's all of those things,
right?
Because I love heavy music with a catchy ass tune, as a chorus, or vice versa, like a catchy verse and a heavy chorus. But it's just got levels to it. It's just got kind of everything. It's got a little bit of a beat down as well.
The beat down's nice, and
it's got that powerful at the end.
It's got a little bit in there as well, which is nice. But no, if I was making a music video, like it would be like Bruno speaking to a woman. He loves her so much he has to let her go, but because of that, he's livid. And then I think of then he has to have redemption, and a lot of this song is about redemption. And then being like, do you know what? I let her go. It wasn't actually to do with her. It was to do with me. And then I need her back. And then he has to win her back. That, if I had to guess, and somewhere in there, he does this. At some point, he has a hoodie on. He's in a dark alley. And at some point, he just puts some tight spirals. Do you know what I mean? it's like when you watch it, you go, that was out of context. But he's just like, and no one really knows why he was throwing it because it doesn't correlate to the rest of the video. But that's how I'd put the video together in my head for you.
I think so, yeah.
Because I had a little think, and I couldn't think of I went actually different because I'll let you
kind of on the same sort of like that.
Yeah, I definitely not making music videos in my head because, in all fairness, do you know what started recently? And this is really bizarre. Actually, I've not talked about this. I watch a decent amount of Strictly, and I watch a decent amount of like. Yeah, no, I'm not making ballroom dances because that is something you probably do.
I
need it. But what I found is like Lissy's a dancer, obviously, so whatever. And then on a Sunday, they'll say like, "Oh, we're dancing to this song," and as soon as the song starts, within 3 beats, I go, "Oh, they're dancing a jive."
Wow.
And I went, "Do I have the ear for it?" I started to go, "Oh," and then now there's certain songs that come on. I'm like, "Yeah, flick, yeah, no, I can see it," and I'm like, "What is happening?" And I don't know what's going. I've got goosebumps saying it because obviously it's my real calling.
I love that.
Yeah, and I gave myself the ick because I got actual goosebumps then. The song I was thinking of, and it's definitely not the song that encapsulates a perfect song for me because I don't know what the perfect song would be for me in a physical sense. I tell you what's up there is I don't even know what the name is. Do you know what? I'll give you a song that is kind of like it. I think it's A Day to Remember. Sometimes I'm the nail, sometimes you're the coffin.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Yeah. Because there's that bit at the end in my head. I can't think of it right now. One sec. I'm going to read it. And I do apologize. It's taking me a second. There's like a breakdown, right? And he can't. I reserved my right to feel uncomfortable, reserved my right to be afraid. Yeah, right? It's that song.
Yeah, boy.
I make mistakes and I am humbled every step of the way. I want to be a better person. I want to know the master plan. Cast your stones, cast your judgment. You don't make me who I am. I think that song, a mixture of like good. The sentiment, behind it, and then like it is heavy, but there's also like an epic ending. I'd say that's up there. But I thought lyrically today, and I actually went with Human by Cody Johnson.
Okay.
And this is an issue, not an issue, but that made me sound weird. But what the song's about is obviously slightly different to what my life is. But you know, I've spoken about like past friends. This is getting deeper now, where I said I struggle to have anything in common because I'm kind of thinking about different things. Yeah. We're just at a different point of our lives, but something maybe they're not even ever going to touch on. So it's not like, you know, someone has kids, someone doesn't have kids. It's like, well, eventually you might have kids and we will understand each other.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm trying to do something out here, like we are with the podcast, with wrestling, all these kind of things. That sometimes I struggle to have deeper conversations with people because I'm like, oh, we're so far apart. And that song is essentially about that, which is like he's like a touring artist or a cowboy or whatever they kind of get to, or a rodeo or something. I don't know if that guy was a rodeo originally. Maybe he was a rodeo. But oh, Bruno, I just messaged you. I was supposed to be to Lissy, sorry. It just says the word clean. She just asked if the baby suit was clean or not.
Oh, okay.
I swear that's what I'm about. But it's like about like trying to remember how to be normal.
Yeah.
When you're in like, so you go from like, you're trying to do this thing that's really outlandish, and then you have to go and like, you know, pull out the bins. That's like the gag, whatever. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to do what the normal people do, and I can't. And I'm saying normal as if it's like wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
So the wording in this one is, I thought by now I'd have it all figured out how to make the easy things so hard to do. I bet that I'll be further down this road if I could read the signs that point me to the truth. And I took that from, obviously I'm 15 years into wrestling, and it's like you thought by now you would have something to show for it, if that makes sense. You know? I won't obviously go right through it, but like all the highways playing Outlaw, rolling outer nowhere with the brakes off, all that crazy in the whiskey, waking up and wondering what hit me. Well, forgive me. I really don't know what I'm doing because I'm still learning to be human. And it's all like all this crazy, all this gypsy. I need to figure out how you do the normal things. And I get that a lot, but I'm also someone, for me, I think I never went full that way. Hence why I'm probably not further down that road, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Do you know there's some people that really did live that life and put it all in that?
Yeah.
I didn't, and that's probably why I'm not further down that road. But with that, I also did actually have a real normal, good life.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's a bit of a
yeah.
a little bit of a walking contradiction.
No, I don't think so, because I think you chose your kind of own path and you wanted to make sure that you did have the best of both. And that's why I'm envious of people, like we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, envious of people that do know what they want and they are so self-motivated and so like hamstrung, like no one's going to stop them from doing it.
Getting it, yeah. And I think I've never been that ruthless, which is why I'm not further down that road, but it's also why I've got some things you wouldn't get if you did get further down that road.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
And Bruno, if anything we've learned today, you and I like to have our cake and eat it too, physically.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
And it happens also in our metaphors, I think. And that's why we'll amount to nothing, but he'll enjoy the food along the way.
Exactly, and we'll be good people, so it's fine. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
That is all that matters.
Yeah.
And a beatdown, obviously, that says blurt in it would be ideal.
Hell yeah.
Should we get to our hot takes? Because the hot take so far will probably be that we don't talk like that again.
This was probably, let us know in the comments, hot take-wise, if that was too much, because we talked about food again a lot.
Yeah, that's our problem.
And then we went deep again. So let us know whether you like that or not, because I'm happy to open up. But my hot takes, I actually struggled with this, but I've got potentially 4. And the last one is unequivocally the number one hot take, and it is I will argue with any. No, I'm joking. It's just a fun one that you're going to enjoy.
I was like, what is this going to be?
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start? Yeah.
I'm going to start with like a less not a talkable one, a less outlandish. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's least outlandish. I'm going to start. Yeah, I know which one is going to have the most backlash, if there is a backlash.
Okay.
The first one I'm going to say, just a shower. I hate a shower.
Whoa.
I hate having a shower. I hate having a bath. I do not want to get wet. I want to be clean, but I cannot stand. You know, like I've spoken to you, and you'll be like, "Oh, I love a hot shower." Like I've never enjoyed a shower in my life, and it's something you have to do.
Wow.
Every day, and
twice
it's
a day sometimes.
Twice a day, you go off, King. But for me,
love getting wet.
It just feels like such a hindrance, because you got to get in there, you got to wash yourself, got to get out, you got to get dry, and you got a new set of clothes on. It's just like, it just seems like it's right in the way. But I really want to feel how it does afterwards.
Okay,
like not directly after, like when I'm feeling 100. No stuff. I'm touch dry. Once I'm touch dry, new set of clothes, I'm so happy that I've done it. I hate feeling dirty. I just cannot stand the hot shower part.
That's mental.
It's so annoying. I'd rather do a lot of other things than ever do that. Because I know, like you and Alex particularly, he's like a 6 shower a day. Like that kid will have no skin eventually. Like that's how much he'll come out like Kieran, talking a little red. I mean, we've seen him red because he turns that boy on full blast. He just stands.
He pampers himself. Yeah,
he comes out. He has to like rejuvenate his skin back to normal because of how much he's taken off. For me, I can't. I'm always hot. I don't want to be hotter.
That's a crazy one. That's actually a crazy one.
Yeah, I can't. I feel like we've had that conversation before, but I can't stand a hot shower. A shower in general.
I know that you don't like showers, but I didn't know that it was to that extent.
If I never had to have a shower again, I'd be so happy. There's no redeeming qualities to me other than the fact that I'm clean.
That's fair. That's actually
if there was a machine, like I'm sure Japan will come out with it, because like like the hair trimming deals and stuff. Not the AI ones. There's actual ones where you do like a straightener, right? If they make ones where you step into it and it's almost like this like dry ice just hits you for a second and then you come out and you're clean.
It's like Fifth Element type deal. Yeah.
I'll never have a shower again in my life. I have no good memories of a shower.
I've had many a good shower.
Quick question before we move on. Have you ever eaten in a shower?
No.
Okay. No. Here's a question. Have you ever eaten while sat on the toilet?
I would say I can't recall, but I can't say it never hasn't happened. But
I know that I've sat the wrong way on the toilet and eaten it on the back shelf. Would you say you've ever drank while weeing in a sink?
No, I brushed my teeth whilst weeing in the sink, which is probably
definitely that's way worse. Yeah, you cut that one out. I cut that one out. I definitely done that also, but sometimes I'll shave, brush my teeth, and wee all in the same bowl sometimes. But I did the worst part about this is I brought this up today. I brought up a urine bomb recently, and Lissy and Trudy brought it up to me. But now she's brought it up to me multiple times, and now I'm like, I should stop talking about stuff on podcasts.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what we do. And also, nothing we've said so far is true.
Nah, not true at all.
You got to decipher how. I can tell you right now, 100%, 95% of this episode is true. You figure out what the 5% is not real.
Exactly.
And guess what? The bit you want it to be, not the right.
My first hot take. This is kind of recently that I've come. I'm like, that's just not a good thing to do. And I have definitely been guilty of this in the past, for sure. But if someone tells you that they've done something or that they've gone somewhere, like they've tried this restaurant, they ate there, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you got nothing like positive or nice to say, don't say it at all. Like, don't say how they could have, you should have eaten here instead if you wanted a better, like, don't immediately neg on what they're telling you. I think thing.
Yeah, shout out, obviously. That's never staying in, but it's a nice break because you can get rid of that. But no, I 100% agree. I was actually thought you were going to go slightly different. I thought it was going to be, and I've got this issue, is I can't hold my water. If someone says like they've like this really cool thing, I'll be like, I've done something similar.
Okay.
And then I'm like, this is your thing. I don't need to add mine. I can just go, that's really fun. And then they don't need to hear about mine. But sometimes I think, isn't that what conversation is, though?
I do 100%. I do. But if you're trying to say, I did it as well, but maybe like better, like trying to, I don't know. But I don't want it ever to be like, it should have been like always going more negative than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm usually positive with it.
Yeah.
Negatives is horrible. And also, like, like if someone says like, I went on a flight the other day and blah, blah, and they're like, you should go first class. That's what I do or something. You're like, I'm always like, brilliant.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's really cool you got to do it. I couldn't. Like stuff like that, I can't stand that. Negging in general is a hot take. I would say this though, Bruno. I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's a red flag.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 100%.
Because what I'm worried about after your first hot take is you're going to look really cool at the end of this, and I'm going to look like a nut job.
No, I've got some cool things.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see something that makes everyone go, "Oh, not sure." You've already said you wee and brush your teeth at the same time.
I'm ever so like I can be.
You're ever so humble.
Ever so, yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like I always try and go. I'm ever so, yeah.
I agree though. Your hot take, I do like. I just don't know if it's hot take. I think it's just a general.
Okay, cool. I
think we should all agree on that, but people don't obviously because they do it. Cool. Just saying
cool. Cool, bruv.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on.
My second one is
we're doing the ABBA format, are we?
Yeah, we should ban phones at concerts apart from just an initial picture. Put your phone away and just experience it. All right, stop filming it.
Yeah, I'd actually 100% agree with that because no one wants to get that 30-second video from the back of a room, which looks like you're further back than you already are, to grainy audio of a song you like, but you could have just heard in full on just a CD at any given time.
No one wants to see it when you send it to them, and no one wants to see a concert through your phone.
No.
I try my hardest as a big gigantor to not try and get into somebody's way as much as possible.
Yeah.
And now you're just putting your phones up in front of me.
The phone thing is mad. I think the phone thing mad like across the board of like just life. Like if someone falls over, there's like 5 phones out and like people trying to. It's like the fall's already happened. What are you filming? Just go help them up. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but the natural reaction now is like, something bad's happened. Like, I might be able to put this online and get like viral or something. It's such a scary world. But no, the concert one makes no sense because one, it like ruins the view. But how would you do it? Like, would you have like when you turn up and you swipe your ticket, like one guy just comes out of nowhere and walks down with you and goes to take a picture?
No, you can't do that. There is no way around it apart from trying to just cull it out of people.
Do you know,
like just try it.
What I was gonna say was, what if because every like ticket's pretty much on like your phone now.
Yeah,
you get an email receipt of a really good photo from a photographer from the back of the room.
Boom.
And then when you get home, you're like, look, you were there, you can put that up online.
Yeah.
And it's better
like
than your crappy one where you're like,
I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I can't stand it. But comedy shows, they take the phones already.
Some of them they do.
Different reasons, but they do a lot, yeah.
It's where if it is like properly private, then they do take them, yeah. Like that roast of WrestleMania wasn't being recorded or anything. Right. Like they didn't want any of that out.
Yeah,
so
it all got out.
It didn't fully get out. Like
no, but the audio all got out.
Yeah.
But my second hot take is I'm going to go similar vibe. I'm going to keep my my more dramatic one till last. This one's probably like the bigger one, but I got a feeling it might be somewhat agreed. I don't know, maybe not. I think my hot take is that the world was better without social media. And I want that to not be extended beyond social media. So I'm saying internet's great. We need it. Yeah. All these things. But the actual having social media, I don't think there's any redeeming quality. I think there's one, and I can justify a different reason. And that is like promoting. So like if you're like a small band or whatever, it's a great way to band like together, like get people up and get your fans all together. But there's other ways of doing that, like message boards and websites. The actual social part, I think I don't think there's any redeeming quality.
It's lost it. No, or it may never have had it.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever had. I think it's just a pointless thing. Like Facebook, the idea of original Facebook was like everyone you've ever known, you can keep touch. Yeah, that seemed like a good idea, and it's still in Facebook's like of all of them is like I know this makes me sound old. At least there's an element of like all the people on there, just people you know. They're not famous people. They're not like there's not hot takes going on. It's just usually people going, look, I got married. You know, oh wow, that guy that I went to school with got married. I don't really mind that. I'm not going to sit and look for it, but I mean, it's a fine one. Yeah. But the rest of them, I think, are just I just don't think there's a redeeming quality of them. I think we need internet. We need modern things like the fact we can get like an Uber at the touch of our phone or DoorDash. All these things are great. But the actual condensed just to social media, I think it's pointless. I think it's just a waste of time.
I agree. Would you class this more as social media or would you class this as long form content type?
I'd say it's content creation. Like YouTube, I wouldn't get rid of. That's not social. No. Yeah, this isn't social. It's content because obviously our adoring fans are waiting for this every week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pause. But no, I feel like that one. I think a lot of people, if you like deep it, you're like, yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you even deep it. I think that is especially. Do you know what? Especially our age, I think we're over it.
Yeah, like, and I've always been like, I talked to a guy at work actually. That he's a big Arsenal fan. I found out recently. Just the most unassuming guy, lovely guy. Arsenal fan, got him an Eddie and Katie graded card, listens to Gunners R Us, lovely guy. And I got him on social media the other day, and turns out this guy like performed at Creamfields. He's a DJ. And I was like, what? And he's got a gig. It might have been actually last weekend, or it might be this weekend. It's a Sunday. There's like 50 acts playing on the Sunday in a field or whatever. He's like fourth one along, but from the top. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, first gig in like 3 years. And I was like,
hello.
Like some people are just doing like mad stuff. And I said to him, I was like, the problem is like, because he was talking about Gunners and I was talking about that. And I said, the problem is in 2026, a huge reason things will take off as far as like DJing or wrestling or podcasts or anything is social media. And I do not want to do it. I don't want to, you know, like I don't want to put rage bait out. I don't want to get people conversating.
No.
And I feel like that's where we're at with social media. Is like pretty much 90% of it is just rage bait. It's 100%.
Just,
you know, like, oh, on our newest podcast, we reveal that the ingredients that aren't allowed in Mr. Beast's things. And then you listen to it and you're like, they never said that. Just one guy randomly said, I don't know if they're FDA approved.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just drumming up interest or like, you're like, oh, I could be.
Well, we did say Mr. Beast are a fraud, but.
I feel like you might have said that and you used his government name and I think that makes it even worse. But either way, no cease and desist has come through yet. But no, I just can't. I don't like the social aspect. I don't like, you know, sometimes I remember I've gone to seminars with wrestling where they're like, you should be tweeting like 9 to 10 times a day. And I agree because I know the guys who do it and I know the ones that do well.
Yeah.
But I also know people like other Peppercorns who did not touch social media other than maybe a couple of TikToks right before they went to America and doing great now. But it's different because when you've got stuff to promote, it's so much easier when you're kind of just like,
like
listen to our podcast. No, like Simon's a great one. He actually says to me, he's like, do you know what is the biggest turnoff for most people for like your product is go listen to this.
Yeah.
And they do not want it. They want to find something, then they inadvertently find it that way. And it's such a bizarre crossover because it's like, if you say, for example, the TBA Facebook did like we had loads of people on there. And we had so much contacts. It eventually, like, no one's like, I'd put up a post and we had like 5,000 people on there. It got liked by 2 people. One of them was Joe. And I'd be like, what's happening? And it's because no one saw it, because all it was click this link, this link.
Yeah.
And people, and also Facebook obviously go, we don't like that. You're telling people to leave our social platform. And I was like, that's such a mad concept that like telling people to like listen to this is actually the way to get people to not listen to it.
I think so, because have you ever, when you've listened to a podcast or whatever, and they said, hit the subscribe button, have you ever hit the subscribe button then?
Do you know
I don't until I like something.
Yeah, until you become a fan. Yeah, and I think usually, like, if I've ever done that, it's because I've watched enough videos now. I think Mythical Kitchen was literally the last time. Like,
we do it, yeah.
I realized I've watched like 10 of these and I really like it. I don't want to not miss one.
Yeah.
So therefore, I will subscribe. But it wasn't when they told me to.
No.
It was just like, oh, I should probably subscribe now. Yeah, you got to earn some trust in that. It's a little bit deeper than that, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's bizarre. What?
For a minute, then you're like, you got to earn some trust in that. Got so deep in that. You sounded a little bit roadman.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of roadman in me, do you know what I mean? Because I am brothers with Joe. What are you next, or is it me with my last one?
You can go. I've got two.
Do one of yours and then me and then you.
Okay, so this is actually quite recent, very recent, that I literally just thought of today because it's happened to me. So when a parcel says it's been delivered and it hasn't been delivered to you, but it's been delivered to the wrong address, and they don't, and they either keep it, throw it away, or just do not give it to you. Like they don't come. Yeah. And
so then the delivery company are like, yeah, we did deliver it. It's like, oh, yeah, to someone else.
Yeah.
No, but we did our job.
But I can't figure out where they delivered it to. And I don't want to have that awkward conversation of going, did my parcel get delivered? Like, I think it should be, annoyingly, I know it is annoying, it should be on the person that receives the parcel to kind of forward it on.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then it stops the awkwardness. I don't want to go to them and be like, did you get a parcel delivered? And they said no. I was like, all right. Like, it's
we had one recently where I got the confirmation email through and I was like, nothing's turned up. And it was a picture and it was in the side of a hedge. And we were trying to figure out where that hedge was.
Yeah.
Because we were like, surely we could figure this out. Because is it near us? Well, it's nowhere near us. It turned out to be about half a mile away. But we worked it out based on like certain like fence posts and that kind of stuff. And we went down there and it was just sat in the hedge and we were like, but I was like, it's so mad that we got to do all that.
That I can deal with. Like, I don't necessarily care about the delivery driver. I just want, like,
you want your products, don't you?
This is so unassuming. Like, this isn't even products that you want to keep. It's a replacement wing mirror for my car and some wood glue.
Yeah, why do you need a new wing mirror?
Who wants that? Because it's like loose, so I want to make sure.
Why is it loose?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Another question: why are you getting wood glue?
I need to fix something. I need to glue some wood. What do you think? I do?
Right, yeah, well, brother, I knew that part. I was just interested in what it was, and obviously you're being coy about it, so I'm not going to ask any more questions. My last hot take.
Hey, you're being tricky with your questions.
You are being tricky. You're being tricky. You're being tricky with your answers. My last one is going to hurt a couple peppercorns, maybe just the one. It's BTS, the band. Don't like them. Don't really get it. And I'm fairly sure they're like on Hot Ones, right?
Are they?
Were they the ones revealed? They were saying it was the biggest one ever, and there was like 5 seats or however many there are.
Okay.
I don't like the music. Don't really get the over the top fandom, and I know this could get us. You know, they find you when you say stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. Maybe that's all. I have no issue with them as people. I don't really get it. It's not great music, and it's just.
Which peppercorn?
I think Sam's a BTS guy.
Okay.
I think I consider you a little bit of a BTS guy.
I'm very much a BTS guy for sure, but not like majorly.
Yeah, not like I've just like ripped on. I haven't just said Harry Styles is my hot take. He's rubbish.
No,
but that is also a conversation we need to have at some point. It's gonna be a hard one.
Okay.
Because I think I can't tell if I think he is once in a lifetime unbelievable or I think he's bang average. Because that new album he just brought out is a rib.
I was saying this
He's
yesterday.
trying to make as bad a music as possible and see if he can get away with it. I'm convinced.
Because do you know what? A few years ago when I went, we bring this up again and again and again. Sorry.
You're chasing that feeling. We get it.
I'm chasing that feeling. However, going into that, I was like, I wouldn't probably go see Harry Styles because some of it, like, I don't know how that would translate to a live setting because I feel like it would be too mellow for me in it. But that live band, his performance stuff, mate, I'm sold. But I'm like, literally, it opened my eyes, and he is. I like him.
His SNL thing, I thought was really funny.
Yeah,
Everyone Wants to Rule the World cover he did in a live lounge. Unreal.
I think you're answering your own question there.
A lot of his songs, but that new album, I think that's a social experiment.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. However, it has got some tunes on it as well. I think there's some stuff on there that is going to really go well live.
And also, this isn't my full hot take, but I think it's a conversation we might need to have one day. There is that one song. What is that song? The main single off that new album.
Not American Girls, is it?
No, that's a rotten song. The main one.
Aperture.
That song, I think, when I listened to it, I went, "Oh, that's borderline rotten." And then every time it starts, I go, "Oh, it's like a drug. Like kind of like it's. I know it's bad, and I'm like, it's got a little bit of a go on it, though, isn't it? Like, yeah, and that's what the best people do. Anyway, BTS are rotten. They're not rotten. I take that back. I just don't get it. I don't get BTS.
It took me a while to kind of like warm to them, but I'm not like hot on them, but I definitely don't.
Yeah. And we know you're mega attracted to them.
Oh, I think that's my main issue.
Because like Demon K-pop hunters, I know very little on it. And I love the Asian culture.
Yeah.
I'm not against this. I'm big in that Japanese wrestling. I like who are the girls we like?
Oh, Baby Metal,
obviously. Yeah. There's so many. There's some other Korean bands I really like as well, as BTS, but not BTS. But it's just, I was kind of like, the music's a bit wafty to me.
That's fair. They have. I wouldn't like listen to a whole album, but some of their stuff has been bangers for sure.
Yeah.
I think I got into them when James Corden was doing that. Had them on his Late Show when. Like they released one of their albums, and I don't know, I just really liked it, and I do find them quite attractive.
Well, I was going to say, like, if the thing about them is that like they're supposed to be gorgeous and they make like catchy songs
and they dance, so beautifully, like
if that's what everyone's saying, that is the bit, then I do get it then, and maybe I'll remove it from the hot take. But I think I'm missing something now. I'm like, I don't. What's this for?
I think that might be it.
When do I listen to it?
I don't know. That's your main thing with a lot of things, isn't it? Though
with music, for example, when would I listen to Kylie Minogue? You tell me,
mate. I sometimes get in a feels and listen to On a Night Like This just when I want to. Just
for me, if I can't understand when I would listen to it, I don't really get it. And
you're so regimented, though.
Yeah. All right. I'm starting to get angry. So, what's your last one?
My last one, and it's probably my hottest take of all, and I think I've been quite stern on this for a good number of years, that Thanos was not the villain in Marvel, and Thanos was right.
I'm not even like, that's a whole new podcast. If you want to hear that, we'll do an hour on that, because this guy, if you want, he played it smart in the first hot take, and he went, I hate it when people neg people, and then right in he went, the guy that got rid of half the population, I think he was in the right. I think there was time to go.
But he did, rich and poor alike. He didn't. There was no thing about it.
Why did he need to get rid of half people?
Because it was a metaphor of there's too many people and we're sucking the resource and the life out of the earth.
So you think in real world that it may be a good idea?
I would never.
I say this in a group chat. I've certainly heard you. I've certainly heard you say it.
I'm not going to say he wasn't right. Like I don't mind his idea, but I don't know.
Right.
It wasn't in a bad way. No one suffered in a way. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, this guy is such a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, brother, he'll lure you in with hot takes like, do you know what I love? A bit of food. I don't like people negging people. And then he's just like, let's wipe half the pot.
You're telling me
and that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy in this relationship.
Big Don would be gone, all right?
You would be gone.
What if he wasn't? There is no way that he was surviving the snap. I don't care. Like,
yeah, but the snap. Well, you don't have to survive the snap. It's total random, isn't it?
It is total random. But
so how does he not? It's got a 50-50 chance.
He has got a 50-50 chance, but nah.
Bro, if you snap your fingers and half the population, I can tell you right now.
Yeah,
this guy's got my luck in my word. I know it. I mean, I've done. Do you know how many times I've said Havertz are gonna have a shot on target? Never once it's come in. I'd also say that I got one more hot take, and that is that people haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, the Peppercorn Boys. So check that out.
But we can't ask them, Scott.
Why not? Oh yeah, Jesus. Do you know what? If you're thinking about it, just have a little look around on our YouTube page, and if not,
what you've heard, and we've earned your trust.
Yeah, you sounded like a roadman then. And also go to iTunes, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and give us a 5-star review. But yeah, check us out on all socials: TikTok, Instagram, and obviously, most importantly, that YouTube link. Go subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below us how ridiculous Bruno's last hot take was, and how great my last hot take was by smashing that subscribe button and that like while you're at it. Do you know what I mean? And if you're going to watch these episodes, guys, watch the whole episode. Yeah. Leave on in the background. Don't just watch the first 30 seconds because it destroys our algorithms.
I couldn't say it better myself, but Max, you said that came from Max as well.
Yeah, that was a Max. That's a Max thing. That's a Max thing.
I like it.
And we can't have him outperforming us on the views.
No, we cannot.
Because that would be a joke.
Sure. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that's jokes. Anyway,
your OBS is frozen again, but at least.
Oh my god.
But hey, it's frozen in a good sense, at the right time, not halfway through this time.
How do you know my OBS is frozen?
Because you
same camera.
It's the same camera, yeah.
That really scared me because I was like, "There's no way you can see my OBS," and I was starting to think you were in the room. What was weird is I finished talking and looked at myself and I wasn't moving on there, and it was like, you look in a mirror and it's a different person. I was like, "Why is my mouth not moving?" Anyway, now I've had that fright. I'm gonna go put the baby to bed.
Spawn. And until next week, bye.
Bye. I don't know what that kid's doing.
Let the people say.